Hi, beloved. Want to know the 5 steps to really, truly change your life? Well, you'll find out on this video. It came out today during a Facebook Live that I did as a rant, really, about working with me. And so the actual steps are included in this video, and there's a lot of really good content. The Facebook live stream was really pixelated, and I apologize for that. I don't know why. But the information is really good and really valid. So I hope you enjoy. Working with me is not and may not be exactly what you think it is because I'm a psychic, I'm an empowerment coach, I'm a teacher and trainer, I'm an encourager, I'm a healer, I'm all of those things. I'm a channel. But that doesn't mean that I am a fluff ball. What does that mean? It means that I am very serious about the work that I do, whether I'm teaching, whether I'm channeling, whether I'm coaching, whether I'm doing midwifing sessions, spiritual midwifing, heart thread, it doesn't matter. No matter what I'm doing, I am very serious about the sacred work. And I don't fuck around, okay? And so there have been people who have come through the business doors, let's say, and that have expected it to be kind of a laissez-faire, floofy, woo-woo, go with the flow kind of thing. That is not my business, okay? It's not my work. There are plenty of people on the planet who are aligned to that, who rejoice in that, who thrive in that. That is not me. I am divine truth and divine self-expression. I am here to get to the root of your issues, to solve that shit and move on, okay? I'm not here to be fluffy and fuzzy. Now, I am nice, I am sweet, I am lovable, I am goofy, and we work in cooperation and communion and we go at your pace. But here's the thing. If you're not ready to do the work, if you're not ready to actually take action in your everyday life to do the work that we talk about in our session, don't waste your money, okay? Because it is not going to work for you. And I'm not going to continue the relationship, okay? Because all that means is you're taking the information and it dies with you, okay? I honor and respect and love my work so much. It is so valid, so important, so valuable, so holy and precious that I do not give my work to people that allow it to die, to people who are not going to do the work, to people who just want to, oh yeah, I took this class, but I'm not actually going to apply anything. I just want to tell people that oh yes, I took this class, so therefore I'm different. Every class I teach, every channeling I do, every workshop I give, every one-on-one session that I do, it is all about transformation. And transformation requires you actually doing something, okay? It's not you sitting around and simply meditating all day. It's not you doing a vision board and sticking it up on your wall, though those things are helpful, but they are not action. You have to actually show up. You got to show up for the session. You got to show up for yourself. You got to do the homework. You have to be the one doing it, okay? Because if you're not doing the work, you will not, hear this, if you do not do the work, you will not change your life, period. If I had a foundational teaching that I would teach everyone on the planet so that everybody starts on the same playing field and everybody has a solid foundation, that's what that foundation would be. If you, specifically you, do not do your own work, your life will not change, period. I don't care what kind of situation you're in. I don't care if you're broke and poor. I don't care because I've been there. I don't care if you're abused. I've been there. I don't care if you are in a situation where you feel like you're being diminished or disrespected or disregarded. I've been there. It doesn't matter where you are. What matters is how important is it to you to get to that next place, to get out of all of this, right? To get out of the drama, to get out of the trauma, to get out of the emotional state that you're in, to the point where you're sabotaging yourself in not doing work that you paid for. I mean, how ridiculous is that? And that is not my work. Those are not my people. Okay? So it's important to understand that if you think you're going to come through my trainings, through my classes, through my workshops, through my one-on-one sessions, through my certifications, and think you're just going to get to fuck off, you're not. And it's important that you know that right away, because that is not holy. That is not sacred. That is not valuable. Okay? It's just going to be wasted on you. And I don't choose to allow my work to die. Okay? So now that I've shared that divine truth, it is important to understand that as individuals, we can incredibly, insanely self-sabotage ourselves. We can go into those places where we are avoiding the help that we have asked for, where we are moving out of our desire to change into poor me, poor me, poor me, right? I've been there, I've done it, okay? Or we move out of the desire to accomplish a task, to take action, to do something, and move into distraction. I understand, I've been there. The distraction is my biggest self-sabotage right now, and I know that, and I'm aware of it, and I pay attention to it. And when it comes up, I take action, okay? That is the only thing that's going to shift me out of the disempowered state that I put myself in, the sabotage state that I put myself in, into a state of where I want to go. And so it's really super important that we all understand that we are the only people that can change our lives. We're it. We, individual is the only person that can change that individual's life. Now we have other people around us. We have support. We have teachers and trainers and coaches and channels and all of those things. All of that stuff that I do, I'm that for other people and myself. But we are a support for you. We are a tool for you to use to do your own work. Okay? I'm not your guru. I'm not doing anything for you other than informing you, giving you wisdom, giving you truth, giving you clarity, provoking a response so that you can get out of whatever rut or self-sabotage or disempowerment that you're in and come into a place of purposeful empowerment. Okay, that's what I do. And so it's important to understand that as you're moving into this space of purposeful empowerment, okay, then you are the one that is having to do the work. I can't do that work for you. I can tell you what you can do. I can give you steps. I can give you processes. I can give you support, but I can't do it for you. You're the one that's going to have to apply the mental and emotional discipline that we talk about, okay? That means when your head starts going with all of the nonsense that's not serving you, all the anger and the frustration or the rage or the disempowerment or the victimization or whatever it is that happens to be up for you, when that starts going, medication is not going to help that, okay? It will numb you out, but it will not change or solve the problem. Medication is useful. Do not stop taking your meds as prescribed by your doctor, okay? See your doctor. Get that help, but it will not solve a problem that is based on a lack of mental discipline, okay? Those are two different things. So you need to make sure that when you are taking medication for that kind of situation, that you're also learning the skills to do your own mental and emotional discipline. Okay? That means when you've got all these thoughts going in your head, that you go, wait a minute, I got all this stuff in my head and it feels bad and it feels ragey and it feels upsetting and it feels traumatizing and it feels all of these things, right? And I'm thinking all of these things and I don't like it. I don't want it. That's the first thing. You have to decide, do you want it? Because as divine truth and divine self-expression, I'm going to tell you, sometimes you do it because you like it. We all have done it because we enjoy that feeling. It feels impassioned. It feels intoxicating. It feels obsessive or addictive, right? It gives us something to pour our passion into. We all have been there. But at some point, you have to get to the realization that this feels really super good and I want to keep doing it. And I'm going to choose to keep doing it, which means I'm just going to make peace with this is how my life is going to be. Or you decide this is how this is, and I realize up until now I've been doing it this way, and I don't want to do it this way anymore. I don't want to do it this way anymore. I don't want to be this person who does this anymore. And in that moment is when you make a choice, okay? And a choice is action. So you make a decision, I don't want to be this person anymore. Then you take action, choice, action to change that. So what does that mean? It means if you've got thoughts and emotions of upset, let's just say victimization, okay? We'll pick one. Poor me, I'm victimized. Everybody always picks on me. I'm always the one who loses out and people always want to take advantage of me and blah, 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 right? If all that stuff is going in your head and you come to this realization, all this stuff is going on in my head. So am I going to keep it and enjoy it and just commit to it and fucking love it? Or am I going to say, no, I don't want to be that person anymore. And I'm willing to do something to change it. Okay? Those are your only two choices. If you don't choose this one, if you don't choose the choice to do something different, then you are choosing to stay. Okay? That's important. You need to understand. You are never disempowered. You are never at the mercy of your thoughts, your emotions, or other people. It's not how the world works. Okay? You are choosing to stay in the state of disempowerment, of victimization, of anger, of frustration, whatever it is, okay? And I know this is true because it's been 100% validated through my life and through the life of my clients, okay? It's not one choice that's going to get you into total freedom, but you have to start, okay? And when you start, that first choice of, I don't want to be this person anymore, then you have to go, okay, what can I do to not be this person anymore? And I have tons and tons of tools that can help you know what you can do. I have them in my Facebook group, Your Empowerment Party. I have them on my YouTube page, Your Empowered Purpose. I have them in my training classes, in my educational portal. I have them in my one-on-one sessions on my website at yourempowermentplace.com. They're everywhere, right? And so the tools are available for you to understand what you can do once you've decided that you don't want to be that person anymore, that you don't want to constantly have those thoughts running in your head, that you don't constantly want those feelings running in your body and in your experience, because those thoughts are attracting more evidence that it's true. Those feelings are fueling that attraction to validate what you think or feel is true. Okay, it's important to understand. We all know the law of attraction. What you put out is what you get back. What you're thinking is telling the universe, this is what I want. And the universe is giving you more evidence that, here, that's what you want. Here you go, here you go. Here's more disempowerment. Here's more victimization. Here's more things for you to be frustrated and enraged about. Here's more disempowerment, right? And as this is happening and going and going and going and going, then the opportunity for you to make a different choice is going to be more difficult initially, because you have all of this evidence that you're disempowered. You have all of this evidence that the law of attraction doesn't work for me. Yes, it does. It's giving you what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And I know I'm being fierce today because some of you need to hear this fiercely, because being nice about this stuff is bullshit, because you haven't done anything different in your life yet. Okay? I'm not here to fluff you. I'm not. That is not why I'm on the planet. I will love you and encourage you and support you and help you transform your life, but I will not blow smoke up your ass. Not going to happen. Okay? You have to do the work. And making your choice from that place of disempowerment of, I don't want to be this person anymore, and then showing up for yourself and making a different choice is the most important and the required choice that you have to make in order to change your situation, no matter where you are. Even if you're 99% aligned with everything that you want in your life, but there's this 1% thing that's still showing up for you. When that 1% thing still shows up for you, you need to go into that and say, I don't want this in my experience anymore. I don't want this anymore. And I'm willing to do what it takes to change it. And going to a coach, going to a psychic, taking classes is not going to change your life. It will give you tools. It will give you information. It will give you wisdom that then you have to put in place. You have to put in play. You have to do those things in order for your life to begin to change. And it doesn't start changing overnight. You have to keep making that choice to not be that victim anymore. Whatever your new choice is, I'm not going to be this person anymore. And here's an action of taking control of my mental discipline, taking control of my emotional discipline. Here is a step that I'm going to take, something that I'm going to do. Every time this thought comes into my head, I'm going to say, no, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. 1,000,000 times until that thought stops coming in your head, or until that feeling stops coming up for you. Because remember, we have to reprogram our mental and emotional experiences. We don't just hop in and go, oh, I'm delivered now, right? I got the baptism of the word of the truth of I'm free. So therefore, I don't have to do anything different. It's not how it works. Even Christ said, go and do. Okay? You don't have to continue to suffer. Okay? If you've made bad decisions in the past, we all have. We're all human right now. We all have made bad decisions, but it doesn't mean you have to continue making those bad decisions. Okay? What can happen, if you choose, is you're in a situation that you don't like, that makes you miserable, that you hate. It could be a job, a relationship, a mental state, an emotional state, doesn't matter, anything. And you can choose to stay in that state and perpetuate those patterns, or you can say, I don't want to be that person anymore. and you begin to make different choices, which means you're taking different action. Okay? You're standing up for yourself. You're acknowledging, I honestly don't want to be this person anymore. And I'm making action steps to prove that I don't want to be this person anymore. And I'm proving it to myself. Universe doesn't care. Okay? You're proving it to yourself that you're a different person, that you don't want this anymore. Because it's all habits, it's all patterns, okay? It's all karmic cycles. And you're going to have to continue making the new choices until you complete your karmic cycle, until you reprogram your mental patterns, till you reprogram your emotional patterns, and you have created a new way of being. After you've created a new way of being, right, it's who you be now, then you get the law of attraction bringing you the new things that are aligned with who you are then, who you are being, okay? So that doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen one time up until now. Can it? Yes, but most people don't have the mental and emotional discipline to shift that fast. It can be done. But if you can't shift out of, I'm really disempowered, into, I don't want to be that person anymore, and do the work of, no, I'm not that person. No, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. If you can't do that, you damn sure can't get to the part of instantly transforming yourself, because that comes after you have mastered reprogramming your karmic cycles and reprogramming your mental and emotional patterns. Okay, that comes at expert level. Okay, and so when we're in these situations, right, these patterns, these habits, these traumas and dramas, these obsessions, right, when we're in these states, we have to stop at some point and acknowledge the state, decide if we want to continue the state, and if we want to change it, make a different decision, right? Think about, what is it that I want instead? And then make a different choice, which is actually take action. And then keep taking that action over and over and over, the same action, over, until your pattern changes. Until you literally are no longer the person that immediately goes back into victimization under that particular situation. Until you're no longer that person who hides from, or who disappears from, or who lashes out at, or who, whatever, right? Or who is victimized by, right? Because remember, nothing is happening to us. We are 100% in charge of our lives, our experiences, and everything that's happening. And I've just explained to you exactly how to shift everything in your experience, okay? You don't have to have any other information for as long as you stay on the planet than what I've just given you. And if you do what I just told you, if you do those steps, you will change everything about your experience. Everything. Your money situation, your relationships, your career, your joy, your sex life, everything. And if you don't do those steps, not your boyfriend has to do them, not your boss has to do them, not your banker has to do them, you have to do them. And if you don't do them, your life is going to be exactly the way it is. And today is the day that somebody needed to hear it harsh. And I love you enough, and I am passionate enough, and I am so convinced, because I've seen it work in my life and in the life of all of my clients. It works, but it cannot work if you don't do the work. And today is not my day to fuck around. I have lives to change. Okay? I have lives to change. Change. Transform. Not to fluff around with. And if you're not ready to transform, don't go looking for somebody to help you. Because no matter who you go to, no matter what class you take, no matter what meditation you do, if you are not willing to do the work and going to do the work, that means actually do the work, your life is not going to change. Period. It's just not. Suck it up. You just need to make peace with where you are, because it will not change. It violates every universal law. Can't be done. You have to do the work. And so I love you. I know this is fierce. This is the harshest I've ever talked to anybody. And so somebody needed it today, because it has come up for a reason. And I'm putting this out here because I love you. And I want your life to be exactly what you want it to be. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be enthusiastic. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to be in great relationships. I want you to have the life that you desire, that you dream about, that you long for. And I want you to let all the other shit that's not that go. Let it go. But the way that you let it go is to stop going back. Move forward. Make a damn decision. I don't want to be that person anymore. And then take action to not be that person anymore. Okay? Take care. I'd love to hear your comments. Again, I know it's harsh. And I will talk with you soon. Bye.